What's up, everybody? This is attorney Dan Exwin here coming at you, and this is an episode where I like to call Trademark All Up in Your Hood. And I look at instances where I find trademark issues in my everyday life, and perhaps yours. So here is an example that I saw. And I was driving down in Little Saigon, and there's this restaurant called Daikon and Banh Mi. Now let's first talk about that they actually, on their sign, they actually changed the name to Carrot and Daikon Banh Mi, and this is a kind of a sandwich shop for Vietnamese sandwiches. And if I recall correctly, I actually have two locations, but it was first called Pickles or Mr. Pickles, and then they recently changed their name. As I drove by the sign, it's like, oh, why did they change their name? And I remember seeing another sandwich store called Mr. Pickles, and I looked it up, and sure enough, there's a Mr. Pickles sandwich shop with a offering franchise units, and typically with franchise units, there's a federal registered trademark. And so I actually went to go look it up at the trademark website, and let's look over here. And as you can see, they use the common law trademark notation, but they actually have a federal trademark registration here for this particular logo, and it looks like it's the same company, Mr. Pickles Inc. So this is my guess is the business owners didn't do a trademark search or otherwise look to see if there's any other companies that would have the same or similar name, and so they actually end up having to change their name from Pickles or Mr. Pickles to Carrot, Daikon, and Banh Mi. And so, you know, as business owners, especially if you are looking to franchise, one of the most valuable assets is your trademark and trademark registration. So it is really important that you have a very distinctive trademark, and it's not similarly confusing to any other users. And so they did change their name. So the other issue here I see is it is actually descriptive. Now, if you read my book, there's five distinct characteristics of or the trademark spectrum: generic, descriptive, suggestive, arbitrary, and fanciful. And if it's descriptive, you generally do not get it's considered a weak trademark, and you usually won't get a registration. You might be able to get on the supplemental, but you probably can't get on the principal. And so I would say carrot and daikon, because carrots and daikon are ingredients of banh mi, Vietnamese sandwiches. It would actually be merely descriptive and probably be not allowed on the principal register. You might be able to get on the supplemental. So, and I'll show you here. Right, it says a mark is considered merely descriptive if it describes an ingredient, quality, characteristic, feature, purpose. So here it's actually I'm focusing on the ingredient portion, and you actually see carrots here, and this white thing here is daikon. So if there's enough distinctive built over the years, they can probably get from the supplemental to the register, but at first glance, it is a descriptive trademark, and you might not get it on the principal register. So I hope this has been helpful as kind of everyday uses of things that I see in the trademark world and in the business world. This is Dan Exwin coming at you, and I hope to see you soon.